Hey Nate, it's marc-e-b.
Hi, honey.
Honey? Weird. Yeah, just is everything okay?
Yeah, of course. What do you mean?
Well, it's 30th of April now. Your new game should have been out yesterday. Still haven't seen anything. Is everything okay at the studios?
Yeah, right. Right, yeah, it grounded us for sure. Had some equipment failure, but no one's hurt or anything.
So what does that mean? The game's coming out today?
Postponed, actually. Looks like we're gonna need maybe another 10 days or so.
Hey, 10 days? So it's not coming out till May the 10th now. I'm gonna get on the phone to someone at Naughty Dog. Find out what's going on with this.
You don't have to do that. That's fine. I mean, these guys always overestimate things. I'm sure it'll be less time than that.
Okay. Well, don't rush it. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay. And hey, you best be bringing your A game for this one, Nate.
Oh, I will. Always do. Listen, I'm sorry. I gotta go. Jameson's calling me over.
Okay. No worries. I'll catch you soon, and I look forward to the game. Okay, cool. Yeah, take it easy. See ya. 10 days. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of marc-e-b's Gaming C. In today's episode, as you have probably guessed, reviewing Uncharted 4. It came out on Tuesday, 10th of May. I've had a nice bit of time to be able to sit down with the game. I've completed the full campaign mode, which I'll talk about in a bit of detail, and also I played some multiplayer. So this is going to be one of my first kind of big reviews of the year. I know I don't do a lot of these. I do plan on doing more going forward in the future. It's just more about whether I see the value in it. I don't really see the point in reviewing a game, kind of 3 or 4 months after it's been released, if I take that long to kind of complete it. But Uncharted 4 has been something that's been on my radar for a very, very long time. I knew it was coming, so I put a bit of time aside, took some time off of work and I've just absorbed myself in it. Let's get it started. So,
I'll let you look at this.
Quite the view.
Just keep waiting to wake up and find myself in solitary or something. It's all some kind of dream.
Sam.
No guilt trip. Let's go find this thing.
You bet.
Story. So, Uncharted 4, a lot of hype behind this game. First announced back in 2013, probably been in development between 4 and 5 years. What did this new and last installment bring to the table for the new generation of hardware? Well, being completely honest, very standard Uncharted storyline. That's not to say it's a bad thing, that's not to say it's a negative thing at all. It's just, if you played the first 3, you know what to expect by now. Lost City, hunting down treasure and bounty, twists and turns along the way with thrown in Hollywood style action set pieces. It's all there, it's all the kind of stuff that you would expect, although it's on a bigger scale. It's absolutely massive, and I think they've done a really, really good job. The story for this game is heavily evolved around pirates, so Henry Avery is the kind of key. He's the glue, you would say, effectively holding the whole storyline together, and there's lots of other kind of tangents that it goes off in, but this is going to be a spoiler-free review. I don't really want to kind of give stuff away for you guys if you're watching this as a precedent to find out whether to get the game or not. If you've played the first 3, it should really be a no-brainer. But here we are. You won't have me spoiling anything for you today, or showing you anything that you might be disappointed to see. Hopefully. We do know that there is a new character addition to this game, and that comes in the form of Sam Drake, Nathan's older brother, played by Troy Baker. I really like the dynamic of these two in the game. I think it works really well. I think they have that kind of chemistry that feels natural, and it doesn't feel like the character was brought in unnecessarily. I thought I might find it hard to warm towards Sam's character. You know, this being kind of 3 games in, we know what Sully's like, we know what Elena's like, and some of the other characters, but I didn't know whether this was maybe too late in the game to try and bring in such a prominent character. I was proven wrong. He's really, really cool. Very, very well acted character in the game. Neil Druckmann has addressed the issue about finishing this game and its story arc and everything, and he did say that, you know, he feels like they've done an ending which does justice to the franchise and will give good fan service to, you know, the people who really do enjoy these games. I feel like he's achieved that. I think the towards the end of the game, I thought it was really well done. The storyline, although the storyline, like I said at the start, is very Uncharted, it's very standard Uncharted feeling, a bit samey. It's not really why you play these games. You kind of, you play these games for the characters, the character interactions, the relationships between them, and that's the real reward that you get back. Them kind of looking for treasure and trying to solve these mysteries and all this kind of other stuff. That really just sits in the background. The foreground of this is the relationship between the characters and where that tends to go. A few twists and turns within the game, which kind of you can foresee, but you know, very, very well handled, and I think they've done a cracking job. We know this is the last Uncharted, and fair play to them. They have definitely done the franchise a good service.
God damn.
What are the satellites saying, Victor?
That's
Down to the
ridiculous.
goddamn thing. Lost the signal.
Hey, you know what never loses signal? Paper.
Graphics. What can I say about this? Like, it's the best looking game I've seen on consoles to date, hands down. At the moment, Naughty Dog, they're not rivaled. I know DICE released a very gorgeous looking Battlefront towards the back end of last year, but given that when you really look at kind of how Battlefront worked and the scale of the levels and stuff, like, they don't have a lick on Naughty Dog. Honestly, I don't know how these developers push what they're pushing out of this console. I mean, they're wizards. That's the only thing I could think of. I just smiled and laughed and gasped throughout most of the game while playing it. Every single chapter that went on, when I was looking at little bits that I could kind of pull out for video footage to show you guys like how awesome the game looks without giving anything away storyline wise, just to show you, you know, this is the kind of caliber of quality that Naughty Dog had given you. It just kept on getting better and better, and I think by the end of the game I was like, I could have just shown you the whole thing, because there's just not a single point in this game where these visuals ever let up. The frame rates never drop. I never got a glitch. I never got a problem with the frame rate slowing or anything like that. It was just outstanding, and I think it's a real testament to show what you can do when you just focus on one core piece of hardware. I think that's really The evidence is right there. You think that the cutscenes, you know, they look so CGI. You think that they're like filmed CGI cutscenes that just kind of cut then to the gameplay. No, that's in-game engine gameplay happening right there. The amount of times I was watching a cutscene and just blown away, and then the camera would just pan out and all of a sudden you'd be going, you'd be playing, and there'd be no cut, there'd be no kind of like they didn't need to. It was just outstanding, and I think we should really recognise this, because I know they say that graphics aren't everything, and I do believe that. I think that gameplay is core when, you know, you're looking to kind of put a game out there into the big wide world. But what Naughty Dog managed to achieve is, it's just nothing short of perfection, really. While I was definitely sad to kind of hear from them that this is the last Uncharted, it's only made me so much more excited about what they're going to do next. And if it's kind of looking likely that we're going to be seeing The Last of Us 2, like, wow, I can't... Like, they've only been working on this next generation of console for like 4 years or something, so can you imagine what they're going to be pushing out on the back end of this generation? That will be something special. But graphics, outstanding. I don't really need to bang on about this anymore. The set pieces are huge. The levels are absolutely massive. The scene that you saw in the Madagascar when you're in your Jeep and you start to drive, trust me, if you're thinking that kind of background is just like a painted vista and that the level's quite small and you're put on a set path, I implore you to go and play the game, and then you'll see how wrong you are if that's what's going on up in here. That is simply phenomenal. I can't say anymore. Good job, Naughty Dog.
I know. Nate! Here, take the wheel, what? You out of your goddamn mind? Yeah, probably. Coming through!
Gameplay. It's the best it's been at its peak, effectively, for the Uncharted series. They've always progressed. They've always gotten better with their gun mechanics, their climbing mechanics, and all this other stuff. And I really think that, you know, there's no change here. Again, I don't want it to be seen as a negative, but if you played the third game, you know what you're going to get here. Nothing's really changed much apart from the scenery and the levels around you. You can kind of run, jump. There's a couple of nice new additions in the form of a grapple rope thing, which you can use to swing around on the terrain. What I really like about that weapon is that it's not just something where you can only use it where you're button prompted. You can use it wherever there are bits of stuff hanging out, and you can use it in combat. So it's really cool, kind of hooking on a rope, and then you get to swing round and you can kind of jump on guys and punch them, or you can shoot from your rope. And it added a really good dynamic into the game, which we hadn't seen in the previous ones. So even though this is kind of the fourth installment, and you would struggle to see where maybe how they could make it better and improve on it, they're still managing to do that. They're still managing to improve on the gunplay. The guns feel great to shoot. The cover system can be a bit iffy sometimes. I've been playing loads of The Division over the last month, so going from pressing X to get in and out of cover to now having to press circle to go in and out of cover. That frustrated me for the first couple of chapters, but that's my problem. That's not the game's problem. That's my problem of, you know, like the buttons being kind of the other way around now. So I had a few frustrating moments where I was, you know, trying to kind of get into cover, and then I'd be pressing X and just jumping over the wall or jumping out of the way type thing. So that was a bit tedious. If I am going to kind of throw a negative out there, because, you know, I'll critique the game for you. Obviously, this isn't just me banging on about how much of a good game it is. The climbing and kind of, I don't think you can call it parkour mechanics, but the kind of climbing up on the walls and climbing around. Sometimes you can still get a bit stuck, and you have to kind of jiggle the camera around to really kind of push the Nate in the direction that you want to kind of go in. That frustrated me on some sections, especially when you kind of throw enemies into the mix and you're trying to, you know, escape from a particular type of enemy or something, and you know, you're having to jig around walls, and then all of a sudden you kind of find yourself dropping, or you've caught yourself on a bit of a wall, so you snag and fall. That I thought was a bit tedious. However, it never really detracted from the gameplay, and I never really found it so prominent that, you know, it was a reason not to play the game effectively. Hand-to-hand combat, very good. You've got your blocks and defences and stuff like that, so you can kind of counter people when they come and hit you. Lovely little animations of, you know, you stealing their weapons and throwing them over cliffs and doing all this kind of other stuff, which is really, really cool. Solid fighting mechanics.
You down! Too aggressive for you?
Multiplayer. So, I had a good little crack at the multiplayer. I have to admit, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm not usually one for very competitive multiplayer, although I did enjoy this. Solid mechanics, really good fun. It's a very run and gun affair, so I think you know, it's going to appeal more to the Call of Duty style of players who are used to running around fast, getting your kills, dying yourself, respawning, running around, finding more enemies. It will reward you if you stay within a team. I think you can kind of dominate levels a bit more if you tend to stick together, but it is that more kind of fast, arcadey, action-paced run and gun. Nothing wrong with that at all. A bit different from the Last of Us multiplayer. If I was going to kind of put them side by side, I would still choose the more realistic and gritty approach of The Last of Us than what Uncharted 4 have done. But that's personal preference. I think it's really great that Naughty Dog have actually done those two different styles of multiplayer, because really the best way to sum it up would be Uncharted 4 multiplayer would be for your Call of Duty arcadey shooty people, like I say, and The Last of Us multiplayer is more akin to your kind of Battlefield, realistic, take your time, coordinate kind of play. So I think Naughty Dog have done really well to not just make this a reskin of The Last of Us. They have actually kept it very Uncharted feely like, and Uncharted feely like and I think a lot of people enjoy it. You've got special ups which you can use and that you can buy for with the currency that you get for killing people in the games, and there's lots of different game modes. And also, which is really, really cool, I didn't even realise that they had this, was the trials mode. So there's a whole section dedicated to just you going up against NPCs. You can have a team of 4 or 5, I think, and so there's a great little kind of incentive there for a bit of co-op play with some of your mates, you know, to all jump in. No split screen, nothing like that, but if you've got mates who you enjoy playing with, you know, you can kind of step away from that competitive multiplayer side after you're done with the main campaign or whatnot, and you've got that co-op side of things, so you can still get lots of enjoyment out of the game from the trials section. Basically, what the trials mode is you have a time limit to get a set score. You get points for every kill you get on the enemy, and every challenge, every trial will reward you more points for using a particular weapon, a particular skill, or a grenade or something. So you could do a trials mode where you got to get 3,000 points, and grenade kills count for 200 points or dollars. It's dollars that this is all done in. So quite an interesting little dynamic there. I am actually really looking forward to getting stuck into that a bit with a few mates. If you don't have any friends, you just have all these little AI characters, loads of Elenas and Drakes just running around with you. It's really, really funny. So yeah, that's the multiplayer. However, it's not the reason why you buy this game. It's not the reason why why you should put your money into it. The only reason why you should put your money into this game is for the single player. And is it worth it?
You're already up here? Where were you? It's finding a way to get you up here. All right, let's jump across then.
Thanks.
Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Of course it is. Of course it is. There has never been a better reason to buy a PS4 apart from this game right here. There's 40 million PlayStations out in the big wide world. There is no reason why this game shouldn't be scooping up half of that user base. And that's me being generous. Frankly, I think they should be selling 30 million copies of this game, but we all know that's not the way it works. If you own a PS4, buy this game. It's as simple as that. I don't really have to put it any more bluntly to you guys. This is the reason why I think people choose their console of choice for the exclusive games. It's the reason why I've always stuck with Sony, because I've loved their franchises. Naughty Dog have raised the bar so high, so early on, in this consoles kind of generation, that I just can't wait to see what they're going to do next. It's going to be absolutely outstanding. I implore with you guys to support the developers on this one. Don't go and pick it up secondhand. Don't, try and pirate it and all this kind of other stuff. Give them your money, because they fucking deserve it. Seriously, £40 you can pick this game up for, $60. It's worth every single penny and more. There's no DLC that they're going to be charging people for. It's all going to be free, including the game. The main campaign will take you at least 15 hours to complete the first time round. If you take your time, really take it all in. Your jaw will be sore from hitting the floor so much when you experience some of the action sequences, some of the emotional moments, some of the, huge set pieces, and just go and buy the fucking game. I'm going to give this game a 9.8765432. No game can be a perfect 10, I know, which is why I will never score a game a perfect 10, because I know there's some people that get really fucking finicky about that. Like, oh, 10's a perfect score, that's impossible. You can have a 10 scored game if you fancy it, but for the sake of my reviews, this will be the highest score I will ever give a game. For me, it's flawless, and yeah, that's all there is to say about it. What do you think, guys? Have you played the game yet? Have you just started it? Have you not played any of the previous 3 yet? Are you going through Nathan Drake collection? Because that's pretty damn outstanding as it is. They've always got better for me, so if I was to rate the games, I would actually say that I like the fourth the best, the third the second, and then the first. So in my opinion, they've only gotten better over the years. So please remember to leave some comments. If you liked the review and you're keen to see more like this, let me know, and I will try and do more for you guys. Other than that, I'll see you on the next show.